What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Superior Industries International with the ticker symbol SUP. This was a viewer's request, and thank you for your donation. If you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Also, take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate it very much. This video is for entertainment purposes only, does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So I believe this company is a penny stock because the share price is trading less than $5. That's the definition that I could find. However, I would just factor or classify a penny stock as something with a market capitalization under probably 150 million. So this is at 112, so it's definitely a very, very small company to be on a public exchange. So let's take a look at the chart. So you can see that prices were trending up for a little bit, and then we kind of sold off. Let me show you guys that right now. So this is the measure move that was in play, and you can see that we came up short of the measured move because the target was right at the $10.84 level. So whenever we come up short of a measured move, that shows signs of weakness for the bulls, and we're most likely going to get a strong reversal in the opposite direction. And exactly that's what we got. So we've been trading down ever since last year, June, July. Let me show you guys that right now with the channel tool. So you can see that if I connect the swings, this is holding prices very nicely. This channel. I'm going to drag this up. So this definitely fits the price action really nice. We recently did see a little breakout here. Break of the channel. These two price bars are outside the channel, and then we went back down to retest the previous low, which is a good sign because it marks the end or the stalling out of the downtrend. And then from there we consolidated before popping up above the EMA, and you can see that most of these price bars are above the EMA, and we haven't had this many price bars above the EMA since pretty much back here of June, July. So this looks much different. Doesn't look as strong as selling. However, it's very early to tell if this is the bottom or not. I doubt it is for a couple of other reasons. So you can see that prices were consolidating. You can see that we had a triple bottom, or even you could argue to say that it was a quadruple bottom. I'm sure you guys that right now. We had a test right here. This was a low point. This one's very close to. This was the third. This was the fourth. And then we saw a failed breakout. Led to a massive amount of buyers, and then we had a failed breakout on the opposite side. But now we're coming back inside the range, so that's not a good sign. That's not what you want to see. If we find some type of support at the midline of this range or the EMA, we could get a second leg up. So for example, if we were to do that, let's see where we would go. That would be the first leg up. And if we were to stall out maybe at the 415 level, if prices found some type of support, then we could reach the $5.21 level and stop out the shorts over here, where the stop loss is piled up above these swings. That's a maybe. So what I think is going to happen is we go all the way back down to the $3.75 level, because I think this is just a failed breakout, and I don't think we're going to get a second leg up because this channel was in play before. You can see that this was holding prices nicely, this uptrend channel right here, and then you can see that we had a little break outside of the uptrend channel and a retest of the previous high before selling off and reversing. So it looks like they want to reverse the market instead of continue it higher. So that's why I'm thinking we're going to coming back to the $3.75 level, especially since this breakout right here, like I mentioned, is not really that convincing. So we can consider it to be a part of the channel. So if we see it, if we know that's a part of the channel, then this would be the breakout over here, and then normally when we get the first break of the pattern, we can go back down to retest the previous lows, and that's right around that $3.50 level. So I think there's more downside, unfortunately, for the stock. Looks like there's a 5-wave pattern to this. You can see that this is the measured move right here. That's the first leg, or the first impulse, and then we had another bigger one in between. So usually the first and third legs are about the same size. So if I drag this over, you can see that the target that I have for this stock SUP is right at the $2.61 level. So I think that's where prices are heading next. Really nothing bullish on this chart. I think it's just doing a 5-wave Elliott pattern where we see a 1, a 2 correction, 3 move, a 4th correction, and then the 5th impulse. So these 2 legs are pretty much the same size, and usually the 3rd leg, or this middle one, the 2nd leg, is usually the same size as usually the first impulse and the last impulse are usually the same size, and the middle impulse is usually the longest one. So if we go to the line chart, you'll see it more clear. So you can see that this entire impulse is 1, and then this impulse is 2, and we have the 3rd impulse in the formation currently. So it looks like they're trying to reach that $2.50 level, and I'll be watching that unless anything else changes. We are at a strong support, so that's why we're starting to stall out. You see that prices do not want to get below this level, so if sellers give up, then we might not even continue lower. So we are bouncing from this previous support after seeing a huge rally up. We're finding some type of support back around this $3.70 level, but if that breaks or prices come near it and we break it, most likely we're just going to continue to drop down, especially since there's not a lot of support built over here. It's just a straight move up, just like there was a straight move down right here. Prices easily were able to fill up this gap that was created. So we went down pretty fast, we went up pretty fast, because there wasn't a lot of levels built into this price action, not a lot of orders to work through. And now if we break through that level again, we can go down really fast or quickly. So it could come down all the way to that starting point of the move. That's how bearish it could get at the $1.31 level. So let's take a look at the weekly chart to wrap it all up. So on the weekly chart, we don't have a breakout side of the pattern. You can see that if I connect the swings and I form a channel, you can see that all the price bars are inside of it, and we don't have any price bars outside of it. So this is very bearish. We are at the resistance side, so this could send prices to the support side or the opposite side of the channel, which is at the $2.50 level like I suggested. It just all depends on this support level right here, because that's where prices are stalling out at this $3.78 level. So it just all depends on that. If prices break it, I don't think it's gonna be a fail break. We probably can just fall down quickly, maybe back to the starting point, or most likely just do that measure move that I had on the daily chart. Again, if we find some type of support and we start, if we do have a fail breakout and it does reverse strongly, then we could make an uptrend. So we need to see this type of pattern occur for me to be bullish and thinking we're going to go back up to the highs. As right now, that hasn't happened. Maybe they can find some type of support from this channel. This is only 2 touches, so this is not even a confirmed uptrend channel. I'm just throwing it on here to see how it fits. So it fits okay. So if we start, maybe remove the drawings. So if we start finding some type of support, maybe from this potential channel line, the support side, we don't have to go back down to the lows. Maybe we make a higher low and then we just reverse. So we could do something like that. However, you cannot ignore that there's also a trend that's working lower. So which one's going to win out? Is it going to be the support line, like I showed you at this $3.70 level, or is it going to be the downtrend momentum pushing prices lower? So we're getting pretty close to the point of the wedge. So either we're going to see it break lower or break higher. My bet is lower. Usually the trend is going to continue because we have not had a break outside the channel. But again, if the support is strong enough, we don't really have to continue lower. You can just reverse prices right away. So this is just a 50-50 guess. We could go either way, but I'm just leaning more toward. We can make it a 60-40 guess, where I'm guessing 60% we go down, 40% we find some type of support and continue higher. So look for that $2.50 level, and if we drop down, we can easily go back down to the starting point of this up move right around that $1.50 level. So that's pretty much all I have for SUP. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel, since you might be surprised what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.